Some big headlines in the AI world. Microsoft hiring the co-founder of DeepMind to head its new AI division. Steve Kovac standing by with that. And Christina Partsinevelos joins us live from the big NVidia event in San Jose, California. So, Steve, let's start with you. Talk about this acquisition, what it means for Microsoft.
Well, not exactly an acquisition, Mike. I'll get to that in a second. So Microsoft is forming a new division dedicated to AI, and it's going to be run by a big name in the AI space. That's Mustafa Suleyman.
The AI arms race is heating up as tech giants scramble for an edge in the rapidly evolving landscape of artificial intelligence. Microsoft's recent strategic move to hire Mustafa Suleyman, a pivotal figure in AI innovation known for his co-founding role at DeepMind, to lead its newly formed Microsoft AI division, signals an aggressive push into AI integration across consumer products. Suleyman's appointment is more than a high-profile hiring. It's a statement of intent that Microsoft is serious about not just participating in AI development, but leading it. Microsoft's focus on weaving the AI co-pilot into its suite of products is a forward-thinking endeavor that understands the demands of a future where man and machine work even more closely together. The fact that Suleyman reports directly to CEO Satya Nadella highlights the critical role AI will play in Microsoft's organizational structure and product strategy moving forward. Meanwhile, NVidia continues making headlines with its advancements in AI software, emphasizing its commitment to stay at the forefront of AI technologies. At the heart of these advancements lies NVIDIA's ecosystem of AI-enhanced processors and software, cementing their role as enablers for a wide array of AI applications, from autonomous vehicles to medical imaging. What's noteworthy is the manner in which Microsoft has gone about building its AI muscle. By hiring not just Suleyman, but also most of Inflection AI's, the startup he ran after leaving Google, employees, Microsoft ensures it gets a team that's already versed in cutting-edge AI development. It's an acqui-hire of sorts, minus the regulatory complexities typical of outright company acquisitions. This tactic might become a template for tech companies looking to bolster their AI capabilities without drawing regulatory scrutiny. Ramon, this AI arms race is not without concerns, however. Ethical considerations, data privacy, and the potential for job displacement as AI becomes more integrated into various industries are pressing issues that companies like Microsoft and NVIDIA must address. With leaders such as Suleyman, who has seen the rise of concerns during his time at DeepMind, we can hope for a more conscientious approach to the evolution and deployment of AI technologies. In conclusion, AI development has become the new frontier in technological innovation, with companies vying for top talent and breakthroughs. Microsoft's and NVIDIA's forays are only the tip of the iceberg. The unfolding decade will likely see a transformation in how we work, play, and interact with technology, driven by the likes of Suleyman and his peers. For consumers and businesses alike, the potential benefits are enormous, but the journey will require careful navigation amid the race to realize AI's full potential.
Some big headlines in the AI world. Microsoft hiring the co-founder of DeepMind to head its new AI division. Steve Kovac standing by with that. And Christina Partsinevelos joins us live from the big NVidia event in San Jose, California. So, Steve, let's start with you. Talk about this acquisition, what it means for Microsoft.
Well, not exactly an acquisition, Mike. I'll get to that in a second. So Microsoft is forming a new division dedicated to AI, and it's going to be run by a big name in the AI space. That's Mustafa Suleyman. Now, Suleyman will be the CEO of the new group, which is called Microsoft AI, focusing on consumer products, especially Copilot, which is the AI tool Microsoft has been putting in all its products. He's going to report to CEO Satya Nadella, who made the announcement today. And Suleyman, he's best known as the co-founder of DeepMind. If that sounds familiar, it's the AI startup Google bought last decade and is now central to Google's own AI efforts. DeepMind CEO, in fact, is now in charge of all AI at Google. But Suleyman, since he left Google in 2022, he's been running a startup called Inflection AI, which makes a chatbot called Pi, similar to ChatGPT. Now, Inflection has named a new CEO and said it is pivoting its business away from consumer AI and will instead focus on making AI tools for software developers. However, it's still going to support the Pi chatbot for current users. But It's not just Microsoft poaching one executive here. An Inflection AI spokesperson tells me Microsoft will hire most of the startup's 70 employees. It's effectively an acqui-hire without Microsoft actually buying the company, which would come with loads of regulatory scrutiny, Mike.
Interesting. Steve, stay with us. Let's now send it over to Christina for the latest from NVIDIA's GTC event. And NVIDIA, Christina, sorry, we're not going to name you NVIDIA yet, but maybe after a couple more days there. I was going to say the stock has firmed up since the morning lows. I know there's an analyst meeting component of this. What have we learned so far?
I'm going to tell you all of that because I attended the analyst meeting and the press meeting running between hotels. But I have to start with saying that we're going to really have to reframe how we refer to NVIDIA, because CEO Jensen Huang told this room full of analysts that, quote, they are an algorithm-first company and that they, quote, basically run everything. So not just a hardware firm. We did have NVIDIA CEO on CNBC earlier this morning talking about just that. Listen in.
Everything that we do starts with software. Everything we do starts with software. And everything we do is in service of all the software developers who are solving these really difficult algorithms. We are represented by $100 trillion of industry here.
In order to monetize that software, NVIDIA is launching a new subscription model called NIM, which stands for NVIDIA Inference Microservice, to help companies use their own NVIDIA GPUs, their proprietary data, to build large language models. The NIM service will cost roughly $4,500 per GPU per year. So if you have a lot of GPUs, it's going to be expensive, but it is a reoccurring source of revenue for NVIDIA. The hotly also anticipated new GPU chip based on the Blackwell platform was also announced yesterday with a launch date later this year. I'm unsure. I was sitting in the financial meeting, unsure if that means it's going to be pushed back to Q4 from Q3, so we're still waiting to hear from that. And then NVIDIA's CFO also warned today that supply constraints on these new Blackwell chips will still occur this year. Earlier this morning, Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, said these chips could cost anywhere between $30,000 to $40,000 per chip. He said that on our airways, but maybe 20 minutes ago, I asked him specifically about that price point because I was a little confused. I thought it would be a little bit more. He said, quote, he didn't intend to put a price on a chip. And then it's not just about the chip, but about designing the entire data center. So we can assure that it's probably going to cost a lot more for companies.